we have a very exciting concert planned for you. This concert is full of music that represents different cultures all over the world. Musically, we will take you on a journey that starts in the Byzantine Empire, continues along the railroad of early America, on a heart-wrenching but brave trek through Ukraine, and we will end our voyage tonight along the banks of the Moroccan coast in Spain. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Jack Riley to tell you a little bit about our first piece.
Hello, good evening. I'm Jack Riley. I'm currently a freshman here at Adams Friendship High School. Overall, Byzantine Dances is one of the most upbeat and fastest songs we're playing tonight. And for the past 2 months in my social science class, we've been talking about the conflicts and empires of Rome, one of which being the Byzantine Empire, which got its name by its capital, Byzantium. And after staying strong through conflicts like the 100 Years' War and the Black Death, this empire is more than worthy of a composition.
Before we get too far into the concert, I would like to draw your attention to a couple things this evening. Number one, we are going to do an awards ceremony directly after the concert. It's going to be short and sweet, but totally worth staying for. So please help celebrate these kids that you see on stage. Next, if your child is in band this fall, there is a summer band schedule for 4th of July and August marching camp. It's on a music stand right outside the door to the right. So please make sure you pick one of those up because those summer rehearsals are very, very important to be at. And as always, band alumni are always welcome to march in the parades with us. Lastly, we are doing a band apparel order currently. This is a really neat order because the t-shirts and sweatshirts include a really cool word and instrument collage on the back of the shirts that list all of the graduating classes from the last 8 years, along with some of the trips we've taken, some of our favorite memories together. There are a lot of other items to look at as well, including youth items and accessories. So the purchase link was sent home to parents and students. It was also posted on the school district's Facebook social media page. So if you don't have the link and you want to take a look, just go ahead and ask any of the kids that you see on stage and they will forward it to you. All right, I think that's my announcements. Now I'd like to call up MJ to introduce our next piece.
The Great Locomotive Chase by Robert W. Smith is an exciting and dramatic concert band piece that vividly depicts a famous event from the American Civil War. This composition is inspired by 1862 military raid of the same name in which Union soldiers stole a Confederate train in an attempt to sabotage Southern railways. Through dynamic rhythms, powerful brass, and intense percussion, the music captures the energy and suspense of the high-speed pursuit. This piece showcases storytelling through music, allowing listeners to experience the thrill of the chase. Hope you enjoy The Great Locomotive Chase.
All right, our next piece for this evening requires a little bit more of an introduction. This piece was written shortly after Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. I'm going to let Jillian get more into the details of what you're going to hear while we're playing, but I would like to share with you one of the biggest reasons that we chose this piece to perform for you this evening. When I was a high school student, I learned so much about life from my band director. She taught me how to play an instrument, and she taught me how to implement the most effective teaching techniques in the classroom. But some of the most important things that I use every day in life are lessons that I learned from her. So, when I became a teacher, I decided that it was very important to impart some of that wisdom onto the next generation. If you were to walk into the band room today, you would see a huge canvas hanging on the wall directly behind the podium where every student can see it. It reads, "Life is too short to be anything but kind. If you truly believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything, and music brings people together." These are the 3 things that I hope my students take with them long after they've left my classroom. I want them to be kind human beings who use their gifts and their talents to make this world a better place. I want them to have a love and appreciation for all kinds of music. Our next piece is a beautiful example of music brings people together. Soon after Ukraine was invaded by Russia in 2022, Brian Balmages, an incredible composer, decided that he was going to write a piece of music to help instill some hope in our world. He composed this piece, had it published, and donated 100% of the profits to humanitarian relief organizations. He raised over $60,000 with the piece's initial release. It was amazing. So along with learning the notes and rhythms of this piece, the band has had many conversations about how music has impacted their own life, how music has helped them through challenges that they have faced, and who they have met along this musical journey. Some of these kids have met their very best friends through band and through music. These conversations have helped create emotion and much more meaning to their performance this evening. However, while it may have been the music teachers that have brought us together on this stage tonight, it's the people in the audience that have stood by our side for the past 2, 4, 8, and even 31 years. So before we play this last piece, the band kids have a small token of gratitude to pass along to our audience, our cheerleaders, and our families. This was completely the students' idea. So can we turn the house lights on for just a couple minutes, please? Did you grab my keys?
Good evening. My name is Jillian Harmeyer, and I play the flute in the woodwind section. For those of you who were here for our spring concert last year, you may remember a song we played in regards to World War II called Moscow 1941, where Germany was the bad guy who had invaded Russia, who was the good guy. This next song we are going to be playing is a sequel to Moscow 1941, where the narrative has changed. Russia, who was the good guy before, is now a villain to the good guy, Ukraine. You will hear the same chilling melody line from Moscow 1941 in Kyiv 2022. The parallels between the two pieces are really amazing considering they were composed years apart. You will also hear the Ukrainian national anthem towards the middle of the piece as well as another common melody line, known to the Ukrainian people called Prayer for Ukraine. With that being said, enjoy our next song, Kyiv 2022.
All right, before we perform our last piece, I would like to take just a moment and acknowledge the students who participated in District Solo and Ensemble Festival. So, just about every student on stage learned a solo and performed it for a clinician, either in the band room or the choir room. That was a local event. What was really cool about that is students got to perform a solo, but they also got a lesson from an expert on their instrument. So it was a really great educational opportunity for them. However, in addition to everyone who did a solo, I have 6 students who decided to go on to our district solo and ensemble and perform for a judge. They got a rating on their performance and all came home with really wonderful ratings. So I'm going to rattle off their names really quick, and then when I'm done, you can applaud for all of them. They are going to stand. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see if I can get through this. Jillian, Jack, Julius, Jackson, Gigi, and Joe all performed solos in Westfield this past February and received great scores. Give them a round of applause. And Julissa. And Julissa. I was concentrating really hard on the J names and forgot Julissa. I'm sorry. Okay, we really hope that you've enjoyed our concert so far this evening. Like I said, directly after we're done playing, we will shift into our awards ceremony, where we will recognize our seniors, we will hand out our band awards, and we will finish up the concert with a slideshow full of memories from the school year. So please stay and help celebrate these wonderful kids, and thank you again for being here to support music in our schools.
Hello, my name is Joe Riley, and I play the Barry sax in the Adams Friendship High School Band. Our final piece tonight is called Amparito Roca, composed by Jamie Texador and arranged by Gary Fagan. This piece is designed to be a march. However, it is not any regular march. It's a Spanish march. Thankfully, we learned over the course of us learning the piece that a Spanish march format doesn't change much from the original march. To clarify, a march format consists of an introduction, at least 2 strains, a trio, and a dogfight section. The intro is pretty self-explanatory and is within the first 10 to 15 measures of the piece. The strains, also known as main melody lines, make up the first half of the piece. The trio section introduces a new melody line that is softer and more connected. My personal favorite part, the dogfight, usually takes the piece in a 180-degree spin. It sounds just like it's called, a dogfight. It's loud, articulated, and sometimes even includes an argument between 2 different sections of the band. In the piece Amparito Roca, I've come to enjoy the dogfight section the most because the lower instruments, and my section technically, get their little moment to shine. Obviously, I'm going to tell you, listen to the dogfight section of the piece then, and hope you enjoy Amparito Roca. Also, again, don't forget to stick around for the award ceremony afterwards.
All right. We are shifting to our award ceremony. Okay. We are going to acknowledge our senior band students for all their work and dedication to their program, and then we're going to move on to a band awards. All the seniors decided they did not want to be called up one by one, because why would that be good? So I'm going to have all 5 seniors come up and stand up on stage together now. Okay, well, I wrote it in alphabetical order, so I'll go backwards. All right, all the way down there in the end. It's just not going to work that way. It's not. Can you, okay, I need Sophie on that end. And then Julissa. Gavin, you have to be all the way down here. You're last. I promise it makes sense. Okay, Sophie transferred here to Adams Friendship at the beginning of her junior year. Since she has been here, she has worked very hard. She was nominated to participate in our South Central Conference Honors Band this past year. We are so grateful that Sophie was able to finish out her high school career in Adams with us. She has been a wonderful addition to our percussion section. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, Julissa has been in our band program since her 6th grade year when she moved here. She came into our high school program as a shy student and has grown into an independent and talented musician. She has performed a Class A solo at Solo Ensemble this year and at our annual South Central Conference Honors Band since her sophomore year. She has been a wonderful role model for her alto saxophone section. Nyla started in our band program as a freshman after transferring from Baraboo. She hasn't ever had a full schedule at the high school. She's taken a lot of online classes, and she comes to school for select classes, band being one of those. For the last 4 years, she has shown up to almost every band class and has participated in our South Central Conference Honors Band for the last 2 years in a row. Micah transferred here at the beginning of her sophomore year. She has worked very hard on improving her musicianship skills. She has participated in our South Central Conference Honors Band for the last 2 years in a row. During her senior year, even though she had all of her credits fulfilled in early October, she has continued to come in and rehearse with us so she could perform all of her concerts throughout her senior year. All right, and this is why Gavin has to be last. He is the only senior up here who started in the Adams Friendship Band program as a 5th grader and has continued all the way through his senior year. He has participated in our South Central Conference Honors Band for at least the last 3 years. His expertise in counting rhythms and fixing percussion equipment has come in handy numerous times. His full 8 years of dedication to our band program has been greatly appreciated. All right, now you can go sit down. Thank you. All right, we are going to move on to our next round of awards. This first award that we're going to hand out is actually new this year. I don't remember which band group of kids recommended this idea, but I loved it instantly, and I hope it stays around in future years. The Rookie of the Year Award is given to a student who is new to the high school band program. This does not mean they have to be a freshman either. This could include any transfer students as well, which, as you can see, we've had a lot of the last couple years. It's voted on by the students and is awarded to a student who has come into our band program with drive, dedication, and a hard work ethic. It's given to a student who displays enthusiasm for music. They bring energy to the rehearsal and have a positive attitude. So, the kids don't know this, but rather than handing out just one Rookie of the Year award, we are going to hand out 2. One was voted on by the students, and one was decided by me. Our first Rookie of the Year award goes to a student who shows exemplary musicianship skills and constantly strives to perform at the best possible level. Please give a round for our first recipient, Jackson Bonnet. I didn't put them in order. Here you go, buddy. No, you don't have to stay up here. Congratulations. Our next Rookie of the Year award goes to a student who is a little bit more quiet than Jackson. This young lady sets a marvelous example for students around her by how she presents herself in rehearsals. She is quiet, ready to learn, and always asks for help when needed. She has practiced more than any other freshman student this year and has grown in confidence and musicianship skills in the past 9 months. Please congratulate Molly Bittner. There you go, my dear. Congratulations. The next round of awards are called the Rock Star Awards. They are voted on by the students and awarded to those who have improved immensely throughout the school year. They continue to challenge themselves and grow as a musician. This year, we will hand out 2 Rock Star Awards, although many students in the band were recommended for this award. This first award is given to a student who is not afraid of any music that is thrown at them. They gladly take the music that nobody else wants, regardless of how difficult it is. She continued to challenge herself throughout the year by playing some percussion instruments that she was not familiar with. You saw her tonight on stage playing multiple types of very big drums, and next week you will see her thrive on the most challenging mallet parts. Please give a round of applause to Lily McCoy. The next Rock Star Award goes to a student who is naturally gifted in music. She is helpful to those around her and also isn't afraid of a challenge. She involves herself in as many musical opportunities as possible and has a performance resume that is far more impressive than my own. Please congratulate Gigi Christensen. All right, calm down up there. Okay. The next round of awards are given to senior band members, and they are nationally recognized awards. They have very specific descriptions and guidelines for what each student must have in order to receive them. All awards are voted on by the students. Okay. These are the ones that are always the hardest to hand out because they go to the kids that I've had for the longest. The first senior award is called the Patrick S. Gilmore Award. The description reads, "The Patrick S. Gilmore Award was introduced in 1994 in honor of the legendary bandmaster. Patrick Gilmore and his band joined General Burnside's expedition to North Carolina during the Civil War. Gilmore played for every president of his day, including Abraham Lincoln. The Patrick S. Gilmore Award honors an outstanding student for their dedication and work to make our entire program a success." This particular student has done more than the average band student. They've worked hard outside of school to make sure they've learned their music and they're ready to perform. She doesn't hesitate to help other students as well as myself in whatever organizational job I throw at her. She sets a great example for others by being prepared but also enthusiastic. She helps in by running band rehearsals when I'm not at school and treats everyone with respect. I can always count on her to give me an honest and helpful feedback when it comes to making tough decisions. Please give a round of applause to Nyla Harpold. Congratulations. The final band award this evening is the John Philip Sousa Award. The description reads, introduced in 1955 to honor the top student in the high school band, the John Philip Sousa Band Award recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. It was created with the approval of Helen Sousa Albert and Priscilla Sousa, daughters of the famous composer and bandmaster. This award is also voted on by the students. The recipient of this award this evening is given to a student who has shown significant growth in their high school career. They have stretched themselves to grow and stepped outside of their comfort zone by participating in numerous extra band activities, including honors bands and solo ensemble festivals. They continuously work hard and are kindly reminding others to be locked in during rehearsal so that the whole band can perform well. Watching the growth in this student over the past 4 years makes my teacher heart so full. She is an example of what teachers mean when they say that their job is so rewarding. Please help me give a round of applause to Julissa Espino Kelly. All right, now we get to sit back and we get to enjoy some band memories from the year. So I hope you enjoy, and when the slideshow is done, if you guys can just hang out in the audience or out in the lobby, or not.
Seniors got your flowers.
Thank
Flowers
you.
for you. The rest of them also participated, they're just not coming up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think the last one I was like hiding in the back.
I know, but still.